Since the inception of Riverside, the process of observing peers and giving feedback has been a primary and integral part of the teacher's professional development. The process has evolved over time, and we have realized from our insights as well as research that the key stakeholder is not the observer. Thus, in our new avatar of what we call the teacher-driven observation, the ownership and accountability of becoming a better teacher shifts to the teacher who is being observed. The key aspect of this shift is that teachers choose a specific part of their practice where they want inputs on, and the observer comes into the classroom as a data collector and not as an evaluator. Thus, there is no need for the teacher to be an expert in the subject matter anymore, and we use technology to facilitate this process by using the Google Forms software to collect and collate the data. The teacher articulates a focused question based on self-reflection and awareness of their own practice.
So under questioning, you need to probe the balance between high cognitive and low cognitive.
So, but it should not be the same. It should be more higher.
More high.
The focus question is decided as per common themes outlined by three key aspects: practice, presence, and preparedness. It is shared with the observer during a discussion to define the context of the observation and how the data is to be collected. The lesson plan is also discussed in this meeting, as well as logistical details such as the timing of the session, where will the session be taking place, and where to meet after the session. The observer comes into the classroom not to answer the focus question, but to collect data that can be used to understand and improve the practice of the teacher. Thus, it is important for the observer to avoid forming opinions and judgments about what they are seeing, and to be alert to what is actually going on in the classroom. It is crucial for the observer to input this data into their mobile phone or computers using their phone. In addition to detailed notes on the focus question, the observer also collects some standard information on that theme. This information becomes very useful when generating and analyzing school-wide trends. Of course, there are benefits to the observer too, such as picking up aspects and applying it to their own practice. The teacher and the observer meet for the post-observation discussion, either on the same day or the day after the observation. The observer shares the data that has been collected, and the insights from this data are used to collectively arrive at an answer to the focus question.
I think you had a good balance of around 60-40 is what I would say, because you were looking at more derivation, and so let us take n and then see what will happen. And so you asked
The absence of fear of judgments or evaluations of the teacher's performance creates a comfortable environment for this discussion. Since the analysis is based on real-time data collected in the classroom, it is easy for the teacher to apply these insights to their practice immediately. Further, there's a higher likelihood that teachers will implement these learnings into the classroom because they themselves have decided that focus question based on their own needs.
Every teacher has a great understanding and awareness about their own practice. It is our daily routine. Daily plan, take that planning to the sessions, execute them, but what we miss out is identifying the blind spots. As an individual, everyone has a blind spot. Here comes in the role of the observations, wherein we can identify the blind spot and try to rectify.
An overall key stage analysis is conducted at the end of the month, based on the data collected from all the observations. This can then be used to inform the design of professional development opportunities for the teacher team.
In September, as a key stage, we decided that we will do observations on the board protocol. And at the end of the month, when we came back and we looked at the data, we saw that the appreciation column was not used by the entire team. Few teachers did it, some of us didn't do it. So we looked back into the relevance. Why do we have that and how does it help? It's like a positive reinforcement of the learning. So we took back the strategy, went to the classroom, and we used the column in our classroom, and at the end when we came back, we were all using that, and that helped to create a positive learning environment in the class.
In essence, the process of teacher-driven observation gives teachers the independence of taking ownership of continuously improving their practice, while providing a structure that ensures genuine collaboration and builds trust throughout the team.